La 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 Kannari na.
Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the online class of 8th standard. So today we are going to discuss about one of the important chapter and the first chapter of the geography. The lesson name is the Earth, our living planet. So this lesson we are going to discuss today. So some details. So you know Earth is one planet. So in which system it comes? In a solar system. So in solar system there are total 9 planets are there. So the third position from the sun is the Earth. So due to the suitable distance from the sun, it is not too far and it is not too near. So this suitable distance make Earth as a living planet. Why it is called as a living planet? None other the solar system except Earth, the planets are not suitable for living organisms. Only the Earth is very suitable planet for living organisms. So the Earth is known as a living planet. So when we are going to discuss about what makes the Earth as a living planet, not only the suitable distance from the sun, the living organisms, whatever all requirements are there, that all requirements are present in the Earth. So that's why it is called as a living planet. What are the essential commodities required for the living organisms? We need land, we need water, we need air, and we need a good climatical condition. These all supports we are going to get in the Earth. That's why it is called as a living planet. So for the Earth there are different kind of names are there. What are all other names we are going to get about the Earth living planet? It is also called as a unique planet. Why it is unique planet? So because of there is no any other planets in the solar system suitable for to the living organisms. That's why it is called as a unique planet. Means not only the human beings, animal beings, insect, variety of flora and fauna is exist in the Earth. So that's why it is called as a unique planet. And it is also called as a blue planet. It is also called as blue planet. Why it is called as a blue planet? Because it covers most amount of water. Earth consists of the 75% of water and 25% of the land. So due to that it appears from the satellites. Whenever you are going to capture the video of the Earth, it appears like a blue. So it is also called as a blue planet and also called as a water planet. It is also called as what? Another one name? Water planet. Why? The quantity of water on the Earth is more. That's why it is called as a water planet. So like this there are different kind of substitute names are there for to the Earth. It is known as the living planet, it is known as unique planet, it is also called as a blue planet, it is also called as a water planet. Now we are going to discuss about the size of the Earth. We are going to discuss about the size of the Earth. The size of the Earth when we compare for to the other planets and to the satellites, so it is more bigger than the Moon. Moon is a natural satellite of the Earth. How much it is big? It is 4 times greater than. It is 4 times greater than which one? Moon. And it is very less than. So 107 times it is less than the sun. Than the sun. Which one? Earth. So like this, the size of earth we are going to get. And the total area of an earth, it is 510 million square kilometer. How much? 510 million square kilometer. Out of this 510 million square kilometer, so in that, so how much percent of an water is covered? It is 361 million square kilometer of what is there? Water is there. Understood? And next 149. How much? 149 of a land. It consists of 361% of water and million square kilometer of area covered by water, and 149 million square kilometer of land it is covered. And when we convert into a percentage, 70 point, how much? 70.78% of a water earth is covered, and how much percent of a land? 29.22% of a land covered to the earth. So like this, the information we are going to get about the earth means, so the 2% of an water and 1% of a land it is covered. And the shape of the earth. So shape of the earth is not an inne, so the circle shape. But whenever we are going to draw the earth in a imaginary way, we are going to draw a circle. Actually, so the earth is not in a circle shape. Earth is not like a football. Earth is not like a orange. It have its own specific shape. When we are going to convert in a calculation in a diameter, we come to know earth has a geode shape. Which shape? Geode shape. So how you are going to confirm the earth as a geode shape means, so it is going to have, so the equatorial diameter. Equatorial diameter means what? This the line which divides the earth into two equal parts. So equatorial diameter means, so this part of it is called as equatorial diameter. So this equatorial diameter, when we are going to measure, so the diameter from here to here, this equatorial diameter, how much it is going to have? 12,756 kilometers of a equatorial diameter it is going to have. And polar diameter means we are going to measure from here how much distance is there. It is 12,714 kilometers of an polar diameter is there. And when we are going to find out the circumference, so the circumference means this one, when we measure from here to here, so this here to here, this circumference, and one more, this circumference when we are going to measure, we are going to get 68 kilometer of a, so the distance. So what is the polar diameter then? It is 40,076 kilometer of an polar diameter is, equatorial circumference is there. And the circumference of the polar, it is 40,000. So how much? So 8 kilometer. So how much distance we are going to get? 68 kilometer of a distance. So this distance make the earth bulges in the sides and flat in the north and the south direction. That specific, so the shape of the earth is known as a geode shape. Understood? Earth is not in a, so football shape, either it is in a circle shape, it is in a geode shape. So now you come to know how the calculating the equatorial circumferences, polar circumferences, when we are going to calculate how much difference we are going to get, 68 kilometer. So through that, so it bulges the sides and flat in the north and the south pole. That position of the earth is called as a geode shape. Now we come to know clearly about the size of the earth. So now we are going to discuss about another information about the earth. And I told you how much percent of a water is covered to the earth and how much percent of a land is present. On the basis of a source of a land, so we divide, there is no only in a one part the land is located in the earth. There are different kind of a small continents are there. Total how many continents are there? There are 7 continents in the earth. So means a large amount of a land or a group of countries is called as a continent. Total how many continents will come? 7 continents that you know, which are that the first one is Asia, second one is Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, Australia. Which one is the biggest? Asia is the biggest and Australia is the smallest continent in the earth. So like this, so how much percent I told you? 20% of land. So this 29% of land, 29.22% of a land. So divided into how many continents? 7 continents. You come to know very clear. And remaining part, how much? 70.78% of water. Means, so there are more water bodies is there to the earth. I told you it covered more amount of water bodies. So there are 4 important oceans will come. So which are that oceans? You know, the biggest water mass of a water body is called as a ocean. So which are that 4 important? So the water bodies are oceans. 4 important oceans. Which is this one? One is a Pacific Ocean. It is the deepest ocean on the earth. And the next one is, so it is Atlantic Ocean. Next one is Atlantic Ocean. And another one is Indian Ocean. Another one is Indian Ocean and Arctic Ocean. It is the shallowest part of the ocean, means it is very steep to get inside like this. So 4 important oceans covered 70.78% of a water body. And how much percent of a land covered? I told you 29.22% of a land divided into 7 continents. Like this information we are going to get. Now we are going to get some more informations about the earth. So do the water quantity in which part of the earth is more and which part of the earth is less. Because when we are going to study about the earth, I told you earth is in a geode shape and we divide by the equator earth into 2 equal parts. The upper part is called as a northern hemisphere. It is called as northern hemisphere and this is called as a southern hemisphere. It is called as southern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, so we are going to call it is a land hemisphere. Northern hemisphere is called as a land hemisphere. Why? Because more percent of a land is there. How much percent of a land is there? 60% of a land and remaining 40% of water. 40% of water, that's why it is called as a land hemisphere. Which one? The northern hemisphere, also known as a land hemisphere. And the second one, so the southern part, it is called as a water hemisphere. It is called as water hemisphere. Why it is called as a water hemisphere? Because of 81% of water is there. 81% of water and 19% of a land. Water quantity is more and the land area is very less. That's why it is called as a which type of an hemisphere? Water hemisphere. Southern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere is called as a land hemisphere. Like this, some information the fact about the earth we are going to discuss. Now some more important information we are going to discuss about the earth. So to study the direction and to study about the distance to travel from one part of the earth to another part of the earth, one part of the earth to another part of the earth, when we are going to travel, we need a direction also and we need a distance. For distance and direction purpose, so we are going to draw some imaginary line on the earth. That imaginary line is also called as a latitudes and longitudinals. So these help us to find out the direction and also to find out the distance. So through this we are also going to get the information to travel all over the earth. So I already this is the equator. It is also called as a great circle. It is called as a great circle. Then what are latitudes? Latitude are a lines which are going to draw imaginary on the earth. These are horizontal. So crossing from west to east or east to west, however you think. So these horizontal line which we are going to draw on the earth, that lines are called as a latitudes or latitudinals. Understood? Now, so another important lines we are going to draw, which vertically drawn on the earth from north to south, either from south to north. These vertical lines are also called as a longitudinal lines. So what is the importance of these two lines? Latitudinal lines are going to measure the distance of the earth and longitudinal lines are going to help to find out the timings. We need a timing to travel. So these kind information we are going to get regarding to the latitudinals and the longitudinals. So in the next class we are going to discuss about more information about the latitudes, how these latitudes are going to draw, how much is going to draw in the northern hemisphere and how much it is going to draw in the southern hemisphere. Total, so the latitudinal lines how much, total longitudinal lines how much, how it is going to help to find out the time and how we are going to measure the distance from one place to another place, that we are going to get detail in the next video. Until keep watching what I have explained. So once you take the textbook and read very clearly, if you have any doubt regarding to the explanation, so we can make discussion and we can clarify our doubts. So thank you for watching. Keep watching, continue the videos. Okay.